What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris bringing you game number 2 between 3D Clan on the Radiant and paiN Gaming on the Dire. Now, I was just looking at what I recorded for game number 1, and the audio isn't there. So, I don't know, if it already went up, then I guess you would realize that, and I'd probably have something in the description. But, yeah, just to kind of go over game 1, it did go to paiN Gaming. They did a pretty smart switch up between their mid and bot lane, and I think it caught 3D a little bit off guard. And then 3D just got shut down at every single engagement. It was really kind of stompy. One of the weird things was that Nexus, the anti-mage, held on to like 4 of his skill points at one time. No stats, just 1 point blank, 1 point in spell shield. Ended up getting himself killed because of that. And that was just really, really weird. So I'm not sure. Well, that's what happened in the first game. If I do upload it with no audio, with no commentary, then you guys could see for yourself. But if that doesn't go up, then just know that paiN Gaming kind of just steamrolled 3D because of kind of weird gameplay from 3D, weird choices in their laning, and just weird execution overall. So yeah, this time I made sure that I am recording my audio, which is the more important part of a commentary, I'd say. So we're going to be going straight into game 2, where paiN Gaming are looking to close it out. The picks, as well as the bans, looking pretty normal. The only weird thing I would say is that the Wisp is ignored this game as it was last game. I suppose both 3D as well as paiN are not really comfortable with picking up that hero, which is fair enough. It's like picking up a Visage. It could do very well in the right hands, but in the wrong hands it is going to be very, very bad. So instead, 3D going to open up with their Nyx Assassin, Rubik, as well as the Phantom Lancer. So a different farming hero for Nexus, and I hope he actually chooses to spend his skill points this time, because PL could do pretty well with skill points. Nyx as well as Rubik, both potential solo heroes, both potential support heroes, and Phantom Lancer's most likely going to get a lane to himself. paiN, with that Gyrocopter pick, is going to have a decent late game counter for the Phantom Lancer. And then on top of that, paiN have 2 amazing counters to the Phantom Lancer in the Shadow Demon as well as the Darkseer. So if this game really starts extending, if Phantom Lancer builds up a lot of damage and a lot of HP, then it's going to help 3D Clan, yes, but it's also going to go against them, because the Shadow Demon could just replicate an illusion, the Darkseer is going to make a wall, and those are 3 illusions of the Phantom Lancer that are going towards paiN. In the meantime, Gyrocopter is using his flat cannon and destroying all of your other illusions. So paiN, with their first 2 picks, already set up very, very well against that Phantom Lancer. Last game, I believe it was paiN who picked up the Shadow Demon. I don't even remember. It was like a couple hours ago, and I have horrible memory apparently.
Radiant team ban.
Was it? It was. Yes, it was paiN. Yes, it was. They picked up first, which was kind of weird. But they will also get a lot of varied lane control from these picks already. Darkseer should have a decent time soloing. Last time was in the hands of 3D Clan, and his bottom lane solo. 3D Clan was obviously on the Dire. Darkseer's bottom lane solo was not very successful because of a surprising Queen of paiN assignment to that bot lane, which I believe took 3D Clan a little bit off guard. But anyway, more bans coming out now. paiN aiming to block off that mid lane of 3D Clan, getting rid of the team fight with that Brewmaster as well as the Queen of paiN. And then, well, their last pick I'm sure will be something a little bit more mid-oriented as well. Last game it was the Storm as the last ban. And 3D, they're going to ban out the Magnus, the Clinks, as well as that Bane. So kind of a varied ban pool coming out from 3D. I mean, Magnus and Clinks, both solo heroes, or typically can solo lane. And that paiN Elemental is throwing in a little bit of anti-tri lane, so that paiN can't really get all that much lockdown. So far, paiN, they don't really have many stuns. They do have the disruption for setup, homing rocket, which is pretty useless as a stun. But that's about it. And they're going to have to rely on their True Sight and just their burst damage to kill this Phantom Lancer.
10 seconds remaining.
3D already picking up 2 heroes with invisibility is going to mean that paiN, maybe might want to look towards a Bounty Hunter, although they do already have a Darkseer. They slap that Darkseer in the mid lane. Bounty Hunter gets some track. Would be a nice organic counter to the invisibility on the other end. That would make them play a little more aggressively, of course, but it still could work, I think. 3D, what's going to be their mid lane of choice? They're going to go first for the Enigma, actually. So what 3D have right now is a lot of lane versatility. Enigma can lane or jungle, Nyx, Sass, and Rubik, as I said before, can solo lanes. The only real set in stone thing is that the Phantom Lancer is going to be taking on a farming role, but that's about it. So 3D this time getting a lot of flexibility in their lanes, and paiN, they have some decent flexibility as well, but it's a little bit more predictable. So paiN can't really surprise 3D with any huge switch
10
ups.
seconds remaining.
Now Enigma, you don't really see Enigma all that much these days. He's
5 seconds
still popular,
remaining.
still a popular hero, just being able to jungle and all that. But nowadays Nature's Prophet is the dominant jungler. Enchantress and Chen not really picked up as much. You still would see them from time to time, but mostly teams are going with the aggressive tri-lanes, and in that situation the jungler isn't as useful as someone else because they need a little bit more time to get going, whereas usually the tri-lanes rumble from level 1. But Enigma, left to his own devices, is going to find a lot of farm in that jungle, if he does go there, of course. Could once again be a hard lane or an aggressive tri-lane for 3D. So the Enigma is really just another flexibility factor for 3D. They still need to get their mid lane unless they want to lane the Nyx there. As I said before, Storm Spirit banned out last time by paiN, still available to 3D, so we'll see if they want to go for that one. At the same time, paiN, they would like solo mid of their own. They're going to pick up the Jakiro, so once again they do have the Shadow Demon Jakiro combination. That worked pretty well against the Anti-Mage, who only had 1 point of blink for a lot of the game. Once again, he was holding on to skill points. I made this whole big thing about how it made no sense because he had so many skill points, no stats, no mana break. Ah, there we go. So the Shadow Demon Jakiro is going to offer some guaranteed disable, which is pretty much needed. Phantom Lancer, Nyx, as well as Storm Spirit have a lot of mobility, and paiN right now only have one true disable in that Ice Path. Last game it worked out, but I feel that was mostly just a technicality. So their last pick, looking towards a solo mid of their own, and well, they really need a stun. They have the Rocket as well, but once again, Rocket isn't very useful, especially against Storm Spirit. They have set up from the Shadow Demon, and they have the Jakiro, and it's going to be Beastmaster, so there you go. They're going to get the guaranteed stun from that Roar, a lot of stun duration on there, and a lot of range also, so even if the Enigma does go for a black hole onto everyone else on paiN Gaming but Beastmaster, you could shoot that Roar from half a mile away, and then that Enigma is going to be in Sad Town. The lineup from paiN Gaming did finally get their lockdown. And 3D, what do 3D have? They have a decent amount of team fight. But really, it's all going to be about that skirmishing for them. Find a hero, pick him off, move on. A little bit of insurance from the Enigma. But anyway, on the 3D side, we have Solo rocking that Rubik, and he's wearing some pretty sweet gear as well. Nexus is going to be farming the Phantom Lancer. Serva is going to be playing the Enigma. Sharfik soloing the mid lane as a Storm Spirit, only going with 3 branches actually, so no restoratives. That's a little bit risky, but if it works, then it works very well. Dread is going to be playing that Nyx Assassin. Both teams heading towards bot lane. Let's go over this quickly. King RD playing that Beastmaster. Green Text playing on the Shadow Demon once again. Fuga on the Gyrocopter. Pada on the Darkseer, and Billy is going to be playing the Jakiro, and they're going to run straight into Solo. Where's the disruption? There it is. Ice Path going to follow up, and the Iron Shell is up. Solo going to try to get away, but it's not enough damage, not enough health for that. Rocket Barrage is too much damage, and Rubik dies very, very quickly. paiN taking the early first blood, setting up some observer wards as well. So paiN off to a very, very good start this game. Already picking off, not the most important hero. A pick-off on the Storm Spirit would have been absolutely terrible for 3D. That means he would have lost a little bit more gold, and that means his bottle's going to be a little bit more far off. It looks like right now it's going to be a jungling Enigma. 4 clarities usually does 4 clarities and no health regeneration does signify jungle. Solo and Dread both down here in this area. Sentry Ward's going to drop, just de-warding this pole camp. We do have 4 heroes down here for 3D. Looks like they're going to rotate just a little bit. Nexus is definitely going to stick around. One sure thing is that Sharfik is going to be on this mid lane, and he should be able to handle this decently. The axes are going to be annoying, but he's going to get his bottle, or should get his bottle, a little bit quicker than the Beastmaster. Meantime, top lane Pada. Solo lane Darkseer, he's going to have the easiest time of his life because it is a 1v0 lane. And if you lose a 1v0 lane, then I don't even know. You're not playing Dota. Green text. Gonna find Solo. He's gonna get telekinesis up to the high ground, but he has a haste rune, so he's gonna get the hell out of there. Disruption onto Solo. Where's the rotation? It's way too far away. Just a harassment disruption, and Shadow Demon doesn't have a haste rune anymore. He's gonna run towards the mid lane. Gonna force Sharfik back just a little bit, but he has an Enigma on his tail. He's gonna buy a little more space for this Beastmaster. In the meantime, the bot lane, it is gonna be Fuga farming up. Only 3 CS. The Nexus has 0, so anything that works, right? Solo, it looks like, is going to stick around this bot lane with Dread. So it is going to be 3D completely foregoing that top lane. That means Pada is going to have all the time in the world to get that mech up. He already has a Ring of Basilius. He's going to be spamming those ion shells, it looks like. By doing so, he's going to push down the tower extraordinarily quickly. In 3D, they don't have the most anti-push. Rubik not going to have his Fade Bolts at a high level for a very, very long time. Green text all the while, just roaming around, keeping pressure onto this mid lane. Beastmaster does have his bottles, so he's not going to get, utterly squished. There's going to be still a Storm Spirit versus a Beastmaster. Storm Spirit staying a little bit ahead. Oh, bot lane, Fuga going to find Nexus. Does have that Rocket Barrage, but he's going to take Telekinesis as well as a surround from enemy heroes. And Nexus gets that last right hit. Phantom Lancer picking up a very important kill there. Gyrocopter just swamped with enemy heroes. Nothing he could do about that, really. Except for, not be in this corner. The Nexus looks like he's going to go for Tranquil Boots. Going to pour on some aggression, keep his health up high with that. And if they have the setup with the Impale as well as the Levitate, then they could definitely make stuff happen constantly on this bot lane. Because paiN's tri-lane, although it could dish out a lot of damage if it goes on the offensive, all these heroes are pretty soft. And Jakiro is the tankiest one here. And the burst damage from 3D should be enough to wipe them out just really quickly if they ever go aggressive. You can see Green Text already taking some pretty sizable damage just from the creeps. Looks like Serva moved up to this top lane. Doesn't have any restoratives, but he does have 2 points in that conversion. The Darkseer will be able to pressure him out of the lane, especially since he now does have his Soul Ring up and available to him. The Enigma try to push this tower, push the wave back, save the tower as much HP as he can. But in the end, I'm not sure if he could actually hold up too well against that Darkseer. Darkseer already having a 1 level advantage in that top lane. Take another look at this mid lane. We have Beastmaster getting pressured back by Sharfik quite a bit. Both teams bottle crowing. Where's the 4-minute rune? I don't exactly know where it was. King RD taking a lot of damage from Sharfik, who is maintaining a creep advantage as well as a level advantage. And dodging those axes.
Denied.
Once Beastmaster hits that level 6, he's going to try to go for a kill onto someone. Could be the Storm Spirit if he catches them with low health. At the same time, Sharvik's level 6 makes him incredibly dangerous as well. Telekinesis onto Fuga once again, but Friendly Disruption plus an Ice Path is going to hold him in a little bit of safety as the Dual Breath does fly out. Fuga going to walk away from this, but everyone from 3D, they're very healthy from that. They didn't take much damage from that at all. Another Lance going to fly towards Green Text. Nexus just doing as much damage as he can, even diving past a little bit past that tier 1 tower. But paiN taking a lot of damage there, whereas 3D, they did all that just at the expense of mana. They do still have one more clarity on that Nyx solo. Doesn't have enough mana for a Fade Bolt, but does have that Telekinesis setup. So they could try to go again onto the Gyrocopter or the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon probably a little bit of a better option. If you could force a self-destruction, that means you could easily get everyone else. But either way, Shadow Demon as well as Gyro. Very, very easy targets to go for if you're on 3D. Maybe not so much the Gyro anymore, just because he has those phase boots. And Nexus still farming. Fuga finding his farm here as well. And as I say that, top lane, it is going to be Pada buying up everything he can before he dies to the creeps. So he trades 1 kill for 1 kill. But he got the experience from that, so he's going to be happy. Although Enigma did get some gold. No, he didn't get any experience. That would have put him at the level 6 if he did get an experience. And we do see the Darkseer at level 7. Ion shelling and surging up. The Enigma, it's hard to keep someone off you like that, especially since your Malefice is a very low level. Not yet at that 3rd stun. Mid lane, both heroes are level 6. So we're going to have to watch out. It's going to be close if no matter who engages on who, really. Because Roar and level 3 Axes is a lot of burst damage. Beastmaster even going for an inner beast build. So this middle lane is going to push as much as he could possibly get it to. Going to try to hold on to some rune control. He's in the top lane once again. Serva going to have a wall dropped on him. The Ion Shell just doing the damage. And Enigma, easy kills for the Darkseer. But now he might die to the Eidolons. Run! Oh, the bottle charge is going to keep him alive at 11 HP. Orange is moving up, and the Storm Spirit is going to find a haste rune. What kind of luck is that? Going to find the Darkseer in one hit, but here is King RD as well as Green Text. There's the disruption setup. The roar is needed. Sharfik going to find himself out of here, zipping back and forth. Going to kill off Green Text. There's the roar. Finally, King RD couldn't get a beat on him. Beautiful play from Sharfik. Just drawing out that roar for as long as he can, avoiding it. Meanwhile, the Storm Spirit going back and forth over that Shadow Demon. Very good play by that Storm Spirit. I mean, he could have escaped, I guess, if he just ran for it. Making a trade? Nah. I mean, it was definitely a very nice play. I don't know if it was the correct play, because he ended up giving that kill to the Beastmaster, and he could have just gotten away with one kill and been happy with that. But I feel like the impressive point's definitely worth it. King RD in a little bit of trouble. The Storm Spirit zips right in, gets caught by the Ice Path. However, the latch is going to land onto the Beastmaster, but a friendly disruption once again from paiN. Curse going to go onto Dread, but it doesn't matter because the Beastmaster is going to be the one to die, bottling up. Storm Spirit is going to find enough mana to get himself out of there. There's the Black Hole onto both Billy as well as Green Text. The Shadow Demon is going to drop in an instant. The Storm Spirit's going to rejoin this fight, get a kill on that Jakiro. No, it's actually going to be the Enigma that does it. And Serva finds himself a double kill. In the meantime, yeah, the Storm Spirit ran out of HP. He's going to drop from that, but still a good engagement for 3D. This time, making things happen around the map. They're looking a lot better this game. Phantom Lancer is actually spending his skill points. What a nice change of pace from Nexus. And 3D, it is only a 7 to 5 kill advantage. The old earned is starting to crawl their way, as is the experience. And paiN, they do have a farming Gyrocopter who has moved up to the top lane. Looks like they're going to make a switch with Pada on the spot lane, who decided to do a little bit of item crafting on the floor here. How does he have... Oh, he went for a Ring of Basilius. That's why he has those two rings. I guess he can make another Ring of Basilius and Tranquil Boots. This kind of be a little bit of overkill, perhaps? I don't know. But he has a lot of armor. +4 armor. So lane swap now. Just going to give the Gyro as much space as he can get, but the zip in, once again, Sharfik looking for blood. Going to zip in a little bit further. Fuga is going to get pulled in for the Malphite stun, and the burst damage from Storm should be enough. Nyx Assassin, how the hell did you get it? From a mana burn. Nyx for the KS. Going to kill off that Gyro regardless, however. In the meantime, bot lane, Nexus, as well as Solo. Going to get a kill onto that Darkseer. So paiN just dropping heroes all around the map. Kind of the reverse situation from last game, where 3D were getting constantly ganked and picked off. This time it's paiN on the receiving end of the stick. Although Fuga's still getting farmed, Nexus is getting even more farm. He's going to go straight for Diffusal Blade, so he's going to look towards as much damage as possible. Not going to go for any Relic build, which you usually don't see from Phantom Lancers anymore. But getting a fast Diffusal means mana burn as well as good chasing. Phantom Lancer can be very active around the map. I don't think 3D really need him to be active around the map because Sharfik's Storm Spirit is playing extraordinarily well. He might even go for another kill. He does have Dread to support. Sharfik can open up on a little bit of damage for the Beastmaster, but the creep wave is not in his favor, so he's probably not going to jump in on this. But Dread, still hiding, does not yet have his Vendetta. Going to try to leech a little bit of experience from this mid lane, try to get enough for that. A Vendetta plus zip in from Storm, that's a one dead Beastmaster right there. paiN have completely abandoned this bot lane. Nexus getting all the space in the world to farm this. Fuga is going to have to contest a little bit with Serva, as well as any rotation that comes in from the Storm Spirit, which Storm's been pretty active at moving around the map. You have a gamble for the rune. It's going to be on the bot lane. Double damage for the Beastmaster. We do see Nyx Assassin with the clarity as well as that Vendetta up. He's looking for anyone he could find. He's going to find the Shadow Demon. Zip in from Sharfik. No, dive, just a mana burn, as well as an impale, but dodged by the disruption. Roar on Sharfik in the tower range. He's going to take a curse as well. He's going to drop to the vacuum. The courier, you got to get out of there, man. Run, run, run. But amazing play from the Shadow Demon. I don't know exactly why the Nyx Assassin opened up with a mana burn, because Green Text had, pretty much full mana. And the impale out of that Vendetta would have probably meant the Shadow Demon's death, or at least it would have been a lot closer. They would have put a lot more damage onto the hero. Storm Spirit dropping after that good play by the Shadow Demon, and a little bit of a misplay, I would say, from the Nyx as Solo gets vacuumed back. The Ion Shell is giving him a nice tight hug. Solo's going to get a telekinesis up and down onto Pada, saving the Rubik. Teleportation support does get cancelled. The tier 1 mid tower does drop in paiN. They all smoke up. They're going to head towards the top lane where Sharfik as well as Serva are looking for a kill on the Gyrocopter. Zip in. Should mean the Gyrocopter's death, although Gyro, he's abandoning ship. He's way far back, and Sharfik is now in a lot of trouble. Is the roar up? No, it's not. So the only setup they have is that disruption, but doesn't matter because Sharfik is going to burn all his mana onto Fuga. Can they save this Gyrocopter? No, they cannot. Green Text taking a lot of damage from Sharfik, and he's going to drop as well. Sharfik demolishing everyone. He's going to take a nice path. Where's the roar? 9 seconds is going to be up. Sharfik going to try to get a kill onto the Jakiro before he goes down, but I don't think that is actually possible. No, it is not. Sharfik going to get killed, but also Dread coming in with that Vendetta. Not even going to hit out of it, just impale. Now he's going to be the only one left up on this top lane. He's going to take a roar, but here comes Nexus supporting, as well as Solo coming back into this fight with that telekinesis lift. He's going to get one more Fade Belt off on King RD. Teleportation attempt, but it's not going to be enough. Surge onto Nexus. He wants the Shadow Demon dead. He does have that Diffusal Blade. Just needs one Lance. Isn't finding the angle for it. There he is. Get him. He's trapped now, and he's dead. Phantom Lance are getting a double kill on this top lane. 401 for him, and even though they're a little bit trapped, there's no more teleportation coming in for paiN. And 3D take a 15-8 kill advantage. Nexus getting a couple of those kills, and Sharfik just doing so much damage to the Storm Spirit before he goes down. If you want to learn how to play Storm Spirit, just watch this guy, it seems. Because he's making use of every single drop of Storm Spirit's mana, as well as a maxed out Overload. That plus 90 damage is coming through so often. Zipping in once again for Fuga. There's the pull in, using that Overload. Perfect chain stun as well. That'll kill the Gyrocopter yet again. Gyro's, he found some farm in the early game, but right now he's not finding any space at all. Until he's around 2, he's got to be careful because Sharfik, oh, this is dangerous. A regeneration rune on him. He doesn't know that the Jakiro is up there, however. But you never want to be up against a Storm Spirit with a regeneration rune. It's like a haste rune on steroids for him. He's going to find King RD, who does not have a roar, but he's going to zip in, try to kill the Borg, try to kill the bird. Sharfik, got to get out of there right now. Zip out once, get vacuumed back. Where's the roar? Not in time. He goes into the Roshan pit, dodging the ice path. There's a regeneration rune. Dread as well has arrived, but here's Serva in a little bit of trouble. He needs to drop that black hole. Where's the black hole? He's going to hold onto it. In the meantime, Sharfik doing as much damage as he can to the supports, utilizing that ball lightning so well. He's going to take down one. He's going to take down another, zipping right in. There's the black hole from Serva, only onto King RD, but it's more than enough to kill him. Telekinesis now onto Fuga, and he's going to be the last one to drop a complete team wipe for 3D. Gem on the floor, picked up by the Enigma. 3D showing that the first game was just a fluke. This is their real playstyle. This Storm Spirit, I feel like you have to pen this hero out from Sharfik. I'm sorry, he's just too good. Even in the last set we saw with 3D, the Storm Spirit was amazingly played by him. Now, with everyone on paiN dead for a little bit longer, they're going to put as much damage as they can towards this tier 2 mid tower. They should be able to claim it too. No roar is available to them in paiN. Yeah, they're not actively going to defend this. They're going to try to get a cheese kill after this, but I don't think that's actually going to happen. And everyone from 3D, satisfied with their results, fall back to the base. Gem is going to be moved onto Solo. Yeah, the Gem is on the Rubik, so map control will reign supreme. The Rubik has been using that Surge, but really it's, I think Sharfik has been stealing the show. Using this Ball of Lightning, one hit. Using that Ball of Lightning, one hit. Every time you do that, he's spending not much mana just because he's not going very far with those ball lightnings, but he's constantly getting that plus 90 damage, so essentially he has a permanent double damage because he's just utilizing it so well. Now he's looking towards mid lane. This might be a little bit over aggressive, but he knows that Fuga is a very, very important target to kill. Sharfik going to reveal himself, forcing Fuga a little bit further back. Green Text is here to support, but so no, you gotta watch out for this. It's Dread. He's invisible and he's looking for a kill. You're gonna find the Beastmaster. Does he have enough to actually kill the Beastmaster solo? I don't think he does. There's the Impale. Here comes the Storm Spirit, and King RD is now in a ton of trouble. He's going to survive just a little bit longer because of a little bit of a misplay, but it doesn't matter because Beastmaster's dead. Sharfik finding another kill. 949 on this guy. He does have his Orchid up very, very soon. Meantime, Nexus doing so much damage to this Jakiro, almost killing him through the teleportation. Ooh, that was close. Now Enigma is here as well with the Advanced Lancer Illusions plus the Eidolon summons from the Enigma. This tower is going to drop. Second tier 2 tower going the way of 3D.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Now the last objective's up here on the top lane. Roshan could be a little bit risky just because wall is up and call down, even though I don't think it has been casted yet. It's still available, and well, when everyone's in a nice tight bundle like this, that's where paiN's lineup really shines. Regardless, 3D, even without their Storm Spirit, they're gonna look to get this Roshan the Aegis. Shadow Poison though, scouting them out, and they know that they can't actually fight this. Black Hole is not up, so staying in that Roshan pit, that'll be suicide. Nexus gonna go straight for that Diffusal Blade, gonna get as much agility as he can. Burn that mana. He's also packing a Vit booster, gonna go for a heart it looks like. Sharfik, he's doing his own thing on this bot lane. Gonna find himself a double damager. Now that is deadly. He also has that Orchid, so whoever he chooses to go for is going to die. And now with the Storm Spirit, 3D, they're almost at their full strength. Well, in 5 seconds they will be. They're completely scouted out by the Hawk, but no, denied by Serva. The Roshan is starting to drop. I don't think paiN can actually get here in time. Unless they want to throw some axes, Shadow Poison flowing out, as well as the Wall of Replica, and a vacuum back onto everyone. Mech instantly popping out. Where did the Storm Spirit actually go? Storm Spirit is right in the middle of everything, going to get hit by a call-down missile. He's on steroids, it looks like. He's going to kill off first the Beastmaster, then Pata, zipping back and forth. He did get the Aegis, so he's going to be fine, even though he did drop. And now Vendetta hit onto that Shadow Demon is going to kill him off. Solo is going to slip away, and Sharfik not done yet. He's going to zip right back in for that Gyrocopter, get himself a double kill. Nexus purging up that Jakiro, and he's going to drop as well. It is a 4-for-0 trade in favor of 3D. Lost the Aegis, but Enigma didn't even burn his Black Hole. Barely managed to stay alive. Solo as well, and there's the GG call. paiN have had enough. A beautiful game, and really such a huge contrast between this game and the last game, where 3D just stepping up with the Storm Spirit play. I feel like if you're going to go up against 3D, you just gotta ban out this hero because he's just playing it so well, maximizing the damage from Overload with that Ball Lightning. It's 0 cooldown, man, so you might as well just cast it every time you can, get that plus 90 damage. That's gonna be it. 26 for 9 is the final score, and 3D take game number 2. Actually, jump through this a little bit. Nexus, come on. Come on, Nexus. There you go. So that's gonna be the game, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna be moving on to game number 3. I don't know if I'm gonna upload game number 1. Obviously, if you're watching this, then you would know whether or not I uploaded it, but I'm not sure. It's not going to have any of my commentary, but I guess just for continuity's sake, maybe? I have no idea. If it does go up, then know that it is just for my camera work, which is obviously perfect. Thanks for watching, guys. Constructive criticism, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. GG.